News, Matt, and the building. What's good, y'all? Hope you having a blessed day. Hey, man, we got some big time stuff to talk about in today's video that has went down with Mikey Williams and his former teammate. We're going to talk all about it. So if you love basketball content, wait on, join the family, hit that subscribe button, and leave a like for more. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Last year, as we all know, or should know, Mikey wound up transferring from California in his high school known as San Ysidro to a high school in North Carolina. That was arguably one of the biggest transfers that I've ever seen talked about in high school basketball history, especially for a 16-year-old kid. A lot of people were confused as to why he even transferred to Lake Norman in the first place, but it had a lot to do with the virus situation that was going on in California. Even with the virus and the stuff going on, people knew he was going to transfer, but they didn't expect him to go to this school that nobody had heard about prior to. The main reason most people were shocked with his decision was because Lake Norman, they're not a powerhouse like IMG Academy. Also too, they didn't have a lot of big time players up until Mikey transferred. Once it was made official that he was going to Lake Norman, 4 to 5 other recruits followed him and went there. You can say or believe what you want, but it wasn't a coincidence that as soon as Mikey transferred there, they got some other big time players. Well, let me backtrack on that. Maybe big time players was overhyping it, but they got some solid players. But however, without a doubt in anyone's mind, the best player they picked up was definitely Trey Green. Going into the season last year, many people predicted Trey Green to be the X factor and be his best teammate, and they were right. Trey was so good last year, you can't say enough good things about him. And matter of fact, he was so good during a 3 to 4 game span, some people were saying that he was better than Mikey. I think Green was and still is one of the most underrated point guards in the entire country. And he was playing good, but I don't think he was on Mikey's level just yet. When you're talking about shooting, Trey and Mikey, they're very similar. And I even think Trey's got a better mid-range than Mikey. But as an overall player, you still gotta give the edge to Mikey. I never really got into the Trey and Mikey debate because it didn't matter. They were on the same team, so they win together and they lose together. It doesn't matter if Mikey has 30 and Trey has 2. If they win, they win. I will say this too. We don't know them personally and what their relationship was like on and off the court, but it looked like this was Mikey's favorite teammate so far. It really seemed like they had great chemistry together and they enjoyed playing with each other. What's even crazier to think about, and what most people forget to mention, is that these guys weren't even seniors last year. So they were performing good and playing on a big stage against some of the best teams out there, and they was living up to the hype. Do I even have to say it? We all know Mikey has a ton of fans and he has a ton of haters. Even if you hate Mikey, you gotta admit the fact that he did play competition last year. You also gotta remember that this was Mikey and Trey's first year playing together. They didn't even know each other up until a month before the season. As good as their first year was, everybody anticipated their second year to be even better and maybe a breakout year for both players. I made a video roughly 5 to 6 months ago where I predicted, and I still think till this day, that Mikey will be transferring back to somewhere around the California area. Me personally, I could really see him going to Sierra Canyon, but that's a different video for a different day. Going into next year, and guys, I gotta say this because it's gonna get here faster than what you think. It's almost August. The only way that people thought Trey and Mikey wouldn't play together next year is if Mikey transfers, not the other way around. And he can still transfer, but he hasn't said anything just yet. Ironically enough, the one who made the decision to leave first is Trey, and he made this announcement roughly 3 to 4 hours ago. So yes, you heard me correctly. Trey Green will be transferring from Lake Norman. Here's what he had to say, and he posted this on Instagram. First off, I would like to give all the thanks to God for blessing me with this amazing opportunity to develop my overall game. I also want to thank my pops for helping me improve my game every step of the way. This was a very tough decision to make, leaving the city I grew up in as well as leaving my loved ones, but it was a decision that had to be made. With that being said, I will be finishing my high school career at Branson, Missouri, and I will be attending Link Academy playing under Coach Rodney Perry. I appreciate everyone who helped me along the way, and I will not let you down. 704, I got y'all. This is only the beginning. 417, let's get to work. Not going to lie, I've never heard of Link Academy before, but I'm wishing Trey the best of luck. Also, not too sure what made him want to go all the way from North Carolina to Missouri. If I had to make an educated guess and go out on a limb here, he probably has connections with the coach or somebody around that area. And from everything I read, this is a very successful program he's going to, so this may help him get ready for the next level. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section, but this really caught me off guard because I didn't expect Trey to make a decision this early. And what I'm about to say, this may be a controversial, well, I don't even think it's a hot take, but I think this is the end of Lake Norman. The reason I think Trey made his decision is that he already knew that, and I'm sure they communicated that Mikey, he's gonna be leaving soon. I truly believe that Lake Norman will be falling apart. Well, they're at least gonna lose Mikey, and they've already lost Trey, and those were the two main players, at least in my opinion. I know they still got some other solid players, but no players like these two guys. The real question isn't if Mikey will transfer. I think the question is, when will he transfer and when will he make his announcement? You don't even have to keep up with Mikey that much to understand and realize that he's in California almost 95% of the time, and he likes it way more out there. I couldn't see Mikey returning, and I think this is just the start to a domino effect. Even though we just found out about Trey's decision, like I said, I think he made this a long time ago. Here's one thing to think about too. With Amari Bailey graduating from Sierra Canyon, this opens up another star player spot for anyone to come in. Maybe Mikey, who knows. Remember, Mikey and Bronny, they're some good friends, so just something to keep your eyes on. Wishing Trey the best of luck. Hope he continues to see a lot of success in his basketball career or whatever he chooses to do, because he's a great and seems like a humble young dude. Let me know your thoughts down below, but with all that being said, that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, what you doing? Join the family. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Don't hurt you. And as always, let's be great at my peace.